My name's Kayla, this is Cinnamon Peaches and Sage, and we're going to be going through all the juicy drama at the Blueberry Academy. We're not just going to be talking about things you might know, like who has crushes on who. No, we are diving deep into the hidden details at this academy. What happened to Carmine and Kieran's parents? In Carmine's dorm room, we see photos of a young Carmine with her parents. We never see a photo of Carmine grown up with her parents, and we also never see a photo of Kieran with them. This suggests that whatever happened to Carmine and Kieran's parents that caused them to live with their grandparents instead happened when they were very young. In fact, Kieran may never have really known his parents. While I suspected, based on the fact that they live with their grandparents, that their parents were no longer really in the picture, the fact that this happened when Kieran was so young gives a lot of background to their dynamic. If you've seen my video breaking down Carmine, I said that she was basically like a parent figure for Kieran because he had no parent figure. Well, these photographs basically confirm that that is the case. What exactly happened to their parents? We don't have very much to confirm this, but it's very likely that their parents lived in Unova because this picture shows yellow leaves on the trees, and Unova was the region with changing seasons. Side note, I think that this is both Carmine and Kieran's parents. However, this could be Carmine and her mother, meaning that they may have lost their dad at an early age and their mom at a later age. This is Carmine and her mother. This is their parents with their grandparents. And this is the mountain in Kitakami. All of the characters that we see that go to Blueberry Academy are from the Unova region. Based on the way that Carmine acts like she's a villainous team leader, I think it's entirely possible that Kieran and Carmine were related to somebody who was on an evil team, specifically Unova's evil team. Not only that, but characters in Blueberry Academy are generally related to relatively famous people. Amorous is related to Lenora, Drayton is related to Draydin, Lacey is related to Clay, and then of course Leon, and then Crispin is most likely related to Chili and his brothers. So if that is the case, who are Carmine and Kieran related to? Some people have pointed out that Getsis could potentially be their grandfather. I mean, Kieran's look and Getsis's look are somewhat similar, especially their hairstyle, but Kieran's hair is also similar to his grandparents in Kitakami, so I'm not 100% sure if that's the case. The thing that we do know about this is that their parents are no longer around and that Kieran probably spent very little, if any, time with his parents, even when he was a baby. Number two, and this is the one that I know everyone from Twitter is watching this video for, what is going on between Drayton and Kieran? Some people suspect that the reason Kieran dislikes Drayton is because Drayton bullied Kieran previously. We don't have a lot of evidence for this, but it's totally possible. We do though know why Kieran says he targeted Drayton, as well as what his plan was to bring Drayton down. Kieran and Drayton are both very secretive about their plans, especially when the player character is around. But at the beginning of the Indigo Disk, we actually witness a conversation between Kieran and one of the people in the club. Kieran tells this club member that he dislikes laziness, and who is more lazy than Drayton? I mean, the dude has stayed back so many times that some people in the fandom think that he's an adult. He's not, but still. Okay, so we understand why Kieran says he dislikes Drayton, but what exactly was he trying to do to Drayton? I mean, we know what Drayton was doing to Kieran. He was using our player character to take Kieran down. Well, Kieran was doing a very similar thing to Drayton through this club member. What exactly is Kieran's task for this club member? Kieran tells this person to raise up 5 more Pokemon from the terrarium. That means that this random character from the club would have 6 Pokemon from the terrarium that are battle ready. Whose trial do you need 6 Pokemon from the terrarium that are battle ready for? Drayton. So basically, Kieran knew that he couldn't kick Drayton out of the club, but he could take over Drayton's elite 4 spot if he got this random person from the club to take Drayton out. I feel like a lot of people have missed that in that interaction, but yeah, the reason that Kieran is talking to this club member and telling them to do this specific task is so that club member can take out Drayton. Overall, Drayton and Kieran are using the exact same tactic where they use somebody else to do their dirty work. In doing this, they're able to get around the league club system. Speaking of Drayton, a lot of people have been shipping together Drayton and Carmine. While the two characters have a lot of interactions in game, most of their interactions between each other are antagonistic. Is it possible that at that age, antagonistic reactions are just a way of masking that they actually do like each other? Yeah, and Drayton does say that he respects Carmine's battle prowess. But in terms of references to dating in the game, we actually don't see a lot between Carmine and Drayton. We actually see references between Drayton and the player character and Carmine and the player character. For example, Drayton asks our character out on a date. Is he doing this to manipulate us or because he actually likes us? I don't know, but it does seem like Drayton and the player character are kind of connected in this way. And then as soon as Drayton asks the player character out on a date, Carmine is instantly like, well, come to my room because I have things to tell you. To my dorm room. Not suspicious at all. And she talks a lot about how Drayton is the worst. That combined with her actions in Kitakami makes it seem like Carmine most likely has a crush on the player character. I personally don't think it's a situation where Carmine and Drayton like each other. I think it's a situation where Carmine and Drayton like the same person, the player character. Another character with a crush is Crispin. His is absolutely obvious because he says that he's been trying to get Lacey's attention for a very long time, but it's just not working out. The sad thing for Crispin is that it seems like Lacey may be aware of the situation and might potentially not be as into him as he is into her. This could partly be because Lacey doesn't really want to talk about relationship things. If you choose dialogue options where the player character talks to Lacey in this way, the player character gets rejected because Lacey just wants to talk about Pokemon. The girl has goals and right now she has no time for that dating stuff. The final Blueberry Academy student who's hinted to have a crush is Amorous. In the league club room, Amorous has dialogue where she talks about how her chest feels a funny way when she thinks about Kieran. She doesn't understand what this feeling is, but we know as the audience that she definitely has feelings for Kieran. Not only that, but throughout the Indigo Disk DLC, Amorous is always trying to make sure that Kieran is okay. It's very likely that she's had a crush on him for a long time and wants to make sure that Kieran turns back into his regular self. So that's all the hidden Blueberry Academy drama. Did you notice all these hidden details? And what do you think happened to Carmine and Kieran's parents? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and join our Discord Capsule Monsters where we discuss Pokemon theories. I hope you have a great day or night, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!